You may remember my previous video about Al Marjan Island in Iraq.
Why Ras Al Khaimah should be on your radar for your next real estate investment.
I'm not going to bore you with an updated video. Instead, let's go to Iraq itself. So we're going to head down to Iraq, to Al Marjan Island. As people that have seen my previous video, I specialise in the area. I've sold quite a few units there. It's one of my favourite areas in general in the UAE. One of my favourite Emirates. Don't know whether it's pushing a favourite on Dubai because I live in Dubai. But in regards to investment, it's just second to none. And I think seeing numbers on paper is all well and good, but when you're actually there, one thing for me is on a video, you can see how beautiful the water looks. In person, absolutely unbelievable. So I do urge anyone, if you ever get the chance to go to Iraq, do it. Al Marjan Island specifically. There's infrastructure already there, which you're going to see today. The water, the beaches, hotels, the Rixos is there, for example. We'll have a little look at all that today. We'll head down to the sales centre and I'll show you on the mock-up, give you a bit of an update on what projects have already launched, what's sold out, what I've sold, and what we've got to come as well. We have just left Dubai Hills. We've just left Strada's office and we're heading to Al Marjan Island, Iraq. Just to show you on Waze, it's telling us 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, there's a lot of people that are screaming and shouting about a 50-minute journey. Now, on paper, factually, from Dubai to Iraq, it is 45 minutes to 50 minutes. But I just wanted to do something a bit more realistic. We've come from central Dubai today rather than driving to the border and telling you that the time frame is a lot shorter and the journey shorter. So from Dubai Hills to Al Marjan Island, around 1 hour and 10 minutes. Let's see how we get on. From when the initial launches started, obviously the gaming license hadn't been approved at that point. So since the gaming license has been approved, there's been plenty more launches. And from the last time I went to Al Marjan, there's a lot more to see. We've obviously got the construction update of the Win, which we'll go and have a little look at. Like I said before, the sales centre, we've got the master plan, which does keep getting updated. I don't know how up to date it is, but we'll see. And I'll do an update if not anyway. And then hopefully some construction started on some projects. I will be doing some check-ins for my clients that have bought on the island already. Do some little videos on my phone, get them sent over to give them an update for overseas clients. So have a little look today. Sometimes living in Dubai, I think you forget that you're living on a desert. You're living in the desert. Is that another camel? Little culture shock. Have you heard about the camel spiders? Spiders don't crawl on you. Oh, you start eating yum. Excuse me. Excuse me. Very Excuse me, mate. He's staring. What do I do? Oh my gosh. Sorry, excuse me. Thank you very much. Bye. Oh my God. I've never had that happen before. He's taken over the road. He's going, no, you will go around me. Oh my gosh. So, Al Marjan Island, we are literally pulling onto the island now. Live in action. This heading over to my right is the Rixos, which is the hotel that's already there. People are staying in it as and when. Probably seen it on the master plan of Al Marjan. They're like little pyramids. All of these hotels are already there, already established, already in use. On the right-hand side to me here is my favourite, Nikki Beach. So on the trunk, as you're heading onto, this is Breeze Island, as we're heading onto the full of Al Marjan. We've got Nikki Beach by Aldar. I personally sold in that project. It is one of my favourites. there's only 3 beds and 4 beds left, actually. Some really, really good units still. Full wind views, full casino sea views. So you've got your 3 towers of Nicky Beach, and you've got your 3 towers of Rosso Bay situated behind. Really flexible payment plans as well. Still really low price per square foot for branded residents on the island. Doubletree by Hilton, and then your Malvern Pit. We'll see how far we can actually get on the island. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of construction going on, and there's a lot of trucks going in and out onto the plots, but I want to try and show you as much as possible in regards to plots and what's launched here. This is your Massa Residences by Casa. They have still got some units left, actually, by Yo Developers. And then not far from here, just up, is the new launch by Ellington. I'm actually collecting EOIs now for that. The actual allocation and launch will be on the 10th and the 11th. 10th for bulk floor buyers and 11th for single unit buyers. That is on Island 2. What you will find, majority of projects and launches will be on Island 4, which is called View Island because it's the best views of the Win. So you do have a range of private beaches and public beaches on the island. Some launches, the likes of Nicky Beach that we just drove past, private beach, Ellington, private beach. But you do have your access to your public beaches here. So there's Turtle Beach on your right-hand side, if you can see that there. Look, there's people walking to and from the beach already. People are using it. People do come to Rack now for a little staycay. On my left, we have, you can't really see much because there's hoarding to my left-hand side, but JW Marriott by Wow Developers, the interior designer Tony Ashai, which is one of the best interior designers. This is your branded residence, which is one of the closest plots to the Wynn Casino. We will see the Wynn when we go around in a second. The Unexpected by Almal. This is the one and only Ushuaia, straight from Ibiza. Anyone that's been to Ibiza will know. This is absolutely huge. Again, one of the closest plots to the Wynn. Okay, let's see if we can get onto another island. We're going to my right, so we're going onto the further islands now. We've just been onto Breeze Island, Treasure Island, and then we're heading onto Island 4, which is View Island. Again, look, we've got direct views of the Wynn Casino there. You've got Shoreline by Damac, and you've got Asteria by Aston Martin. One of my clients has got in Aston Martin unbelievable projects because you can see, as well as Shoreline by Damac, straight looking on to the Wynn Casino. This is Island 4, and the infrastructure's here, the roads are here, everything. It's just these projects that are going to have to be, the hoardings are all up and ready to go. Groundwork seems to be getting done. You have, no one's actually behind me, so I'm just going to stop the car in the middle of the road. Okay, let's hope I don't get any fines today. It's going to be an expensive day. This Ola Residences by La Casa. It's their flagship project, but La Casa have done over 700 projects in the whole of the UAE. They're the visionary behind the likes of Ellington. They've done District 1 villas. They've done Cavalli Residence. They've done a lot. Now, people have been saying about the views, they're only doing studios and 1-beds. The studios are facing the community, but the Wynn Casino is literally there. And then on the other side, they're full sea views. You will have, there's 6 units with private pools as well. I think I've only got 2 of those left. I'm just cautious that someone's going to drive into the back of me. But that is Ola Residences on the left-hand side, where we just were at Manta Bay. The Select Group have launched Pacific here. But yeah, this is the plot on your right-hand side there. For La Casa, Ola Residences. Gorgeous, gorgeous project. The payment plan is 40/60, really flexible, easy to leverage, great for people that are wanting to use it as a holiday home. You've got that 40/60 payment plan, only 40% during construction, 60% on handover. It is mortgageable, so you can stick a tenant in situ and help them pay off your remaining payments. That's what I was on about before. You've got Beach House and Beach Vista by the Range, and that's another one of their projects. So they've got a plot in every location really to get every view of the wind that's needed. Okay, so already on the island, just to give you an idea of what's here, you've got your sports clubs, your sports courts, obviously the beautiful ocean. The sea is absolutely gorgeous here. This main road now is the main road going on and off Al Marjan Island. It's called Al Marjan Boulevard. What we're going to do is we're going to just take a drive to the sales centre so I can show you. I know I've just slammed a load of projects and names and a lot of information just blurted out there, but I am going to just explain it on the master plan in a bit more detail for you. So we'll go to the sales centre now.
To be down.
Hi guys, just arrived at the sales centre. I'm here with the full master plan of Al Marjan Island. Let's go take a look.
I used to be down.
I don't know where the door is.
I used to be down and I had a...
There seems to be quite a few people in here. It is always quite busy every time I've come. There's quite a few people, so I'll try and do this as discreet as possible. But come through and we'll have a look at the master plan. This was when we were driving over to Mina Al Arab. This is RAC Central that I was talking about before, the new DIFC, the DIFC of RAC. So as I explained before, this is Al Hamra Golf Course. These are villa communities. So you've got the road and it's situated behind the road. So you've got Pantheon, which have launched One Central, which has got a 5-year payment plan, 1% monthly. And then there are going to be all commercial units. It's going to be food and beverage, commercial. There are going to be branded residences. Don't quote me on that, but that's the myth. That's the word on the street. There's going to be branded residences as well in RAC Central. So it is at that lower price point because it's actually not on the island, but it's going to be a financial district. So to jump into something like that early on is definitely something to look out for. But again, non-obstructed views. You're going to have the water in front of you and you are going to have views of the Wind Casino as well.
So the next for the picture.
How are we going to do this? It's a bit busy. It's a bit busy. I've got the place to myself. It was absolutely ram-packed before, but I'm just going to do a brief overview of the master plan. I'm not going to bore you with project specifics. Contact me if you want them because I could be here all day. So to start off, this is where we're located at the minute. This is Breeze Island. This is home to one of my very favourites, Nikki Beach. Nikki Beach Resorts by Aldar. So you've got the Nikki Beach residences, the three buildings at the front facing the wind, facing the sea, and then the 3 towers behind are Rosso Bay. They come at a cheaper price point, a lower price point because they're not branded. This is one of my favourite projects. Let's go on to Treasure Island. Treasure Island, also known as Island 2, is home to the unexpected, the Ushuaia their very own project from Ibiza and JW Marriott. These are the 2 closest plots to the Wynn. There's been a lot of hype about these. They are nearly sold out. There's a few units left. The new Ellington launch, Costa Mare, has actually launched a few days ago. We're taking allocations on the 10th and the 11th, 10th for bulk buyers, 11th for single allocation units. Let's go on to View Island, Island 4. There's a reason it's called View Island because we've got direct views to the Wind Casino. Now, I'm not going to, again, bore you with every single project on here because this is very compact with a lot of residential buildings, but a few just to note. EMAR have selected their very own prime location. They've launched and sold. There are a few units left if you did want to get involved in the address, and they've got 6 towers with their residents here as well, private beach access. Now, another one just to note is Dana Bay. That was the first project to be launched on the island. That was apartments and villas directly facing the Wynn. Just next to that, Oceano. They've broke records by Lux Developers, broke records in their projects. You've got L'Amazzoni by Lux Developers. They've launched again. And another one before I move on from this that I did want to point out was one that we discussed as we were driving around the island by La Casa. That is Ola Residences. They only have studios and one beds. It's very difficult to find studios actually on the island. They get launched and then they sell straight away. The payment plan on this is 40/60. Really easy to leverage, very, very flexible. It is a beautiful project. Again, I've gone into details when I shouldn't have gone into details. Contact me if you did want any more. Let's talk about the Win. Last but not least is Dream Island, which is home to the Win Casino, Win Resorts, which is the first casino in the UAE. Now, this is 70 plus stories high. It's a huge resort, 1,500 plus rooms, 24 dining establishments, all 5-star. You've got your villa communities here, your private exclusive villa community on the marina. The gaming floor in the Wynn Casino is twice the size of that of Las Vegas. So it is absolutely huge. Very, very exciting. The doors are planning on opening mid-2027. So hopefully the people that have bought into this is how I've been advising people anyway, to buy into the investments, buy into their projects with a completion date that aligns with the opening of the Wynn. So everything's very exciting on this island. Don't know about you, but I'm excited. Al Marjan Island is ever changing. A project that is launching today could be sold out tomorrow. So if you do want anything specific on Al Marjan Island or RAK in general, contact me today and we'll go through breakdowns and we'll go through some amazing opportunities together.